As usual, I am fucking right. Every time I talk about the YouTube algorithm and how it works, and everybody outright gaslights me, and others like me tell me, oh, it's just you're not making good enough content. Well, restricted mode proves that that's complete bullshit. Restricted mode proves something I knew and many others knew for years, that restricted mode, and not just restricted mode, but YouTube in general, instead of just outright telling you your video is not showing up in the algorithm, it's not showing up in the home feed, they won't tell you that. You just won't know, and they will blame it on you. They will blame it on you. It's because, quote unquote, you don't make good enough quality content. No, it's not about quality content. It's determined if the algorithm gives you views. Like my video I just made before about Medicare. If you put it on restricted mode and you search it up on YouTube search and go by newest, it won't show up. Effectively shadow ban. One thing about Medicare, and like many other, if you put in like Medicare, Kiwi Farms, that's a high search term. That means certain groups look for that content. And, now's a new narrative saying that, oh, restricted mode is not turned on by default. No, it was turned on by default. I remember making this account that I use right now, and restricted mode was on. I had to turn it off. And it will sometimes turn on randomly if you sign out and sign back in. Yes, you do get restricted mode automatically turned on. I don't know why that happens. I noticed that too. I noticed that way before anyone talked about it. And you know what? I was right. I was right that YouTube will openly suppress you. And who's being affected? Everyone. This new algorithm update has fucked with everybody. And I mean everybody. Every single content creator has had issues with restricted mode. And certain people who are being personally attacked, like Synthetic Man, all of his videos getting restricted. And he's getting barely any views. And you know who's not affected? The AI channels. Now, I personally don't care if they win. Personally, I think, the YouTubers deserve it, because I'd say 95% of all YouTubers would tell people like me and others, you're just not good enough for making content. Motherfucker, I have TikTok. It's at over 10,000 followers. And I post slop. It's not about skill. It's that if you're consistent. It's about being consistent. With YouTube, they pick the creators they want to make big. If I was put on the home feed of every single person, I would get a shit ton of views. But because every single time I post a video, it doesn't get views. Why? Because it's not being put on the home feed. It's not being recommended to people at all. I am shadow banned. My account is shadow banned. Now, on my shorts, it's a different story. They unshadow banned my shorts, YouTube shorts. Because YouTube shorts and normal YouTube are two totally different algorithms. They kind of have to do that because AI slop channels would not even exist if it was for that. So I'm thinking that's the reason why my short videos get like thousands of views. But my normal content, that I just talk about stuff that I want to talk about, or maybe if I want to post like random videos I want to do, doesn't get views at all. And I mean, it doesn't get views. And you can say, well, you see like 5 or 10. No, most of those is just from me. If you go in like the engagement, it's 0. The average person usually gets hundreds of engagements and be showed up in tab. I'm not even being shown up in the homepage. Why is that? Because of YouTube's shadow ban. Multiple people have proven that YouTube openly shadow bans people. Now the difference is, compared to other websites, is that YouTube doesn't tell you. Every other website tells you. I keep saying this on every single video that I talk about YouTube. TikTok tells you. Facebook tells you. Twitter tells you. Every other website tells you. I have a TikTok account. They will tell me, oh, well, you have some videos that go against TOS. We're going to have to suppress your view count, your discoverability, basically. And it's not even that bad. Because you can actually fix it by deleting the video. Deleting the video that's considered, against TikTok's TOS. But does YouTube do something like that? No. They won't tell you. They never tell you. And the reason why they won't tell you, because that will make people pissed. If they were more transparent, I guarantee they would have to deal with more people trying to find ways around the censorship. That's the reason why they're trying to do it. They want you to think that you're just a bad creator. No, that you're not a bad creator. You're just not being shown in the algorithm. There's no such thing as a bad creator, in my opinion. There is no such thing. There is no such thing as a bad creator. It's just the algorithm needs to pick you up. If you're, quote unquote, a low quality content creator, or, bad, then you spend time where, how you deal with that? You press a dislike button. There is a dislike button. Now, I have YouTube dislikes on my modified version of YouTube, and I'm on PC, but most people don't. So instead of doing that, the way to consider you low quality is essentially shadow banning you. The average person on YouTube gets shadow banned. Shadow ban, it's basically common. It's either there's more shadow bans than there are non-shadow ban content. And shadow ban doesn't mean, oh, you're being controversial. No, you could be shadow banned by default. A shadow ban is the default of a user until they get like one video that they deem as quality content. And they deem, not that viewers deem. That's bullshit. There is no such thing as a quality video. Because you see these AI slop channels go rampant. They're getting millions of views. They're not suppressed because they copy from other people. And that's one thing about YouTube. You have to copy other people to grow. It's extreme conformity. Where on TikTok, it's very simple. You post videos, you get views. It starts at a minimum like 300 to 400 to 500 to 600. That's the minimum you will get. Because they actually put you out in the algorithm. And if you get one video that people like, they give you likes, more likes, and you get more discoverability. That's how you get views. On YouTube, on the other hand, the only way you get views if the quote unquote the AI, the algorithm, deems you to get views. You could post the most random slop, and you just get a shit ton of views. That's just a fact. Now, of course, they don't like spam, too much spam. You have to do it a certain way. And also, there is times where if you do it too much, your account in general is permanent. It comes to being shadow banned. You won't get views. It's the reason why I don't get views on YouTube. Now, they unshadow ban me on Shorts, but on normal YouTube, I'm completely shadow banned. And I was right. I was fucking right. You see, all these people pointing out restricted mode has destroyed their view counts. I've seen people I used to watch. They would get tens of thousands of views. Now they only get like a couple thousand. Even some they only get like a few hundred. And these are the same type of people who complain, oh, you should not complain about you not getting views. You just fell off, or you're just bad at content creation. No, it's not that. YouTube just doesn't want to push me out. YouTube can easily push me out, and I can get some form of audience. They don't want to. I could talk about topics that people want to talk about. I could do that. And I still won't get views. Because YouTube refuses to push me out in the algorithm. Now, it's part because I have multiple banned accounts, and they know who I am, and they're like, well, you can have your channel, your new channel. And the reason why I got banned from my other accounts was because of bullshit reasons. People doing false copyright claims, can't handle a joke, so they report my channel. That's how it is. But I think it's because they know me, they decided, okay, we're going to let you have this one, but we're going to outright ban you. We're going to outright shadow ban you. And that's what happened. I'm being suppressed. I'm being suppressed in the algorithm. And you know what? People don't care. People don't care. They don't give a shit. They will openly gaslight you. They will openly lie to you. And they will enjoy doing that. Well, on other platforms, every other big TikToker say, yeah, you have to sometimes delete videos that could be not getting engagement and then re-upload them. Yes, you can be shadow banned. You know, I talked to many TikTokers. They say, yeah, you can be shadow banned on TikTok as well, but it's not long. It's not a permanent one like YouTube. And even TikTok acknowledges it. Like the opaqueness of YouTube with not telling people. There's zero transparency. That's the biggest problem with YouTube. And all these YouTubers are bitching about restricted mode. Well, guess what, motherfucker? You kind of deserve it. You didn't care about the small creators. You just only care about the fucking money. That's the reason why these YouTubers are so mad. They're not making their income now. Oh, I can't get my 15K, 20K views on average on everyday videos that I just do react videos. Oh, it so sucks. I'm not good at talking about shit, but I parrot other people. You fucking deserve this. That's a fact. Anyone who thinks that, oh, well, I do quality content. No, I don't care if you quality content or not. I used to watch very, very, like, just voiceover, simple videos of a guy ranting, maybe raging out. Then maybe not watching, but listening. But I enjoy that. I get less of that because the YouTube algorithm refuses to give me something that I want to watch. And so why don't you search it up? Because the YouTube search, it's ass. It's complete garbage. People have proven that if you have two different accounts that watch two different types of video, two different channels that watch totally different videos on each account, and if you search up the same exact term, it will show different videos. Because YouTube search, it's broken. It's legitimately broken. It gives you a vague understanding of what you're looking up, but usually it's 9 out of 10 times wrong. And people don't want to admit that. People refuse to admit this happens. People refuse to acknowledge it. They don't want to acknowledge this issue. But because restricted mode happened, and now people realize, oh yeah, you can be shadow banned. You know, it's not a conspiracy theory. It's not people who are just bad at making videos. Oh, well, you just fell off. No, people like me were fucking right. We were fucking right. We told you this. We had other YouTubers prove it. You even had people who worked at YouTube who had to hide their identities for, being afraid from getting fired. I said, yes, we basically suppress the average creator unless they're deemed, to be safe for work. And it's not from people, it's from algorithms. And sometimes if you piss off certain people within YouTube or, who does moderation, they will automatically just, shadow ban your entire channel. You gotta remember, the people who run Google and YouTube and who does moderation, most of them are tankies. They're communists. And I don't mean by, they don't censor liberal content. No, they'll censor liberal content. They won't censor like fucking pro-Russian propagandas, open PDF files. They won't censor any of those people because they're fundamental communists. They're fundamental communists who run YouTube. And, maybe some even far-right people who infiltrate the communist part of the YouTube moderation. Radical feminists, all that. And none of these people won't care. Now the new narrative is saying that, what's the new narrative? Oh yeah, the restricted mode doesn't automatically turn on. Bullshit. I have had this happen to me multiple times when I sign out and sign back in. It does automatically turn on if you sign out and sign back in sometimes. And if you make a new account, it will automatically be turned on. And they make it hard for you to find sometimes, to find that restricted mode. And restricted mode doesn't stop like not safe for work content. I have found like monkey torture videos still on the restricted mode. I have found like the Elsa Gate NSFW slop on restricted mode. It doesn't stop that shit. It's just an AI. Well, not AI, but it's an algorithm picking what it deems to be inappropriate. And it's so bad at its job. So bad. I have seen very fucked up videos on restricted mode. Like even like gore videos that are on here for years, still on YouTube. And the other thing they're talking about now is how people who use AdBlock won't be counted as a view. Now, this is a primary effect in PC users, people who watch on PC. So if you watch on PC, if you have AdBlock, you won't be counted as a view. So that means the person you watch won't get as much engagement and watch time. So they won't get views. Now, in a weird way, this kind of stops the open view button, because what people don't know, many YouTubers these days openly view bot. And I think that's the way they're trying to stop the view bots. Because I think a big chunk of the reason why some other creators are getting lower views, because they use view bots. Just like with Twitch, a lot of YouTubers use view bots to cheat the system. They usually start at the beginning of when they make a YouTube channel, so they can get that momentum going. Because once you get the momentum going, you can just make normal content and it'll just keep snowballing. That's how it works on YouTube. You sometimes have to view bot just so you can get your foot in the game. And YouTubers who did that are realizing, oh shit, I can't do that no more, because you can't really make a view bot with ads on it, because that will just take longer for the view bots to be counted. And it's random when they detect it's a view bot or not. Because I have tested, I had like a video, I got up to like 400, 500 views. And the way I did it was by making a pie chart script to where it re-uploads the video, makes a new tab and it closes another tab and just let it sit for hours. And it got me up to 500 views on that one video. You can do that on YouTube. It's really that easy. It is technically against the terms of service, but they usually don't care if you don't make money off of it. And I wasn't making money off it. I just want to see what will happen. And you say, maybe that's the reason why you're shadow banned. No, this is after I found out I was shadow banned. So, this is going to get worse. YouTube has put in AI automated systems to where you can make YouTube Shorts just purely AI. Doesn't shock me. They're trying to push AI even more, where other companies are, they push AI, but they're not pushing it as much. Yeah, it's just they're going for war on this AI shit, and they don't care. They like the AI. They love the AI. They hate the average creator. They hate people like me. YouTube hates me. Why do you think they shadow banned me? Like, I remember making like an account right after my one account got banned. I basically named it like something 2.0, and instead of telling me I was banned, it outright disappeared. Like, literally, the channel disappeared. It wasn't hacked into. It wasn't anything like that. They literally seen me and said, nope, you're not getting a view. You're not going to do this again. And instead of just, telling me, oh, this account's been banned, the channel was outright disappeared. They didn't want me to get views. Now, what did I did to piss them off? I don't know. They didn't like what I said. And this is what happens. YouTube, it's so just untransparent. They don't want to be transparent at all. And the only reason why people are still on this fucking website, it's because it's the only one that gives you a decent amount of money when you make videos. That's it. You take away that monetary incentive, YouTube would literally die. It would literally die. Nobody would be making these videos. Nobody wouldn't care. Because most of the videos you see today are rehashed or videos from 2 to 3 years ago. And you're starting to see more and more AI channels pop up where instead of just, oh, I'm going to try to copy some other video from 2 to 3 years ago and make a commentary video over it, they're just taking the script, using a 11 Labs voiceover that sounds almost like a human, and boom, you can make a shit ton of money doing that, and they can't stop you. These YouTubers are trying to say, I'm going to stop it by messing with the the auto captions to where it's gibberish, and these AI slop channels immediately found a way around it. And you know what? I'm actually kind of glad for that. I think it's good, to be honest. I think it's fucking good. Because fuck these YouTubers. For years, they were fine with knowing that smaller creators couldn't get any views. They were fine with these hate speech rules that basically make it where you can't be edgy on YouTube. You have to walk on eggshells. They were fine with the insane copyright abuse on YouTube because they didn't give a shit. They don't care. They probably participated in copyright abuse. They love the way the algorithm works because it's not that hard to follow other creators. You can't be yourself. They don't care anything about that. They just make videos copying other people and they get views. That's how it is on YouTube. On TikTok, it's different. This is why you see more and more people are going to TikTok. Even YouTubers are going to TikTok if they want to speak their own mind. If they're not being too vulgar, you can say whatever you want on TikTok. And you get views. But I say the next thing YouTube's going to do, I'm not sure. It's funny because the way these YouTubers protested with the, ID verification? Or was it AI? I know it's funny that I forgot. I fucking forgot because everybody stopped talking about it. The Clippy situation. Was it? No, it was a ID verification. You had to post your ID to get views or something like that. It's like at this point I don't remember. I have bad memory, but holy shit, dude, it has gotten so shit. Oh my god, it's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. Fuck me. With the Clippy shit, it was pathetic. It was beyond pathetic because they thought if they post Clippy, they would get somewhere. No, you know what YouTube did? They said, you won't play that game? Let's make it where you won't get views either. We don't care. What are you going to do? Where you going to go? You have nowhere else to go. And they fucking love this shit. They detest you. They fucking detest you. They loved how you tried to gaslight people like me and others, trying to say that we're not trying hard enough, we're slop, we're bad at making videos. They love that. They love it how you try to go after us instead of going after them. You bootlick YouTube and Google so much, And you know what they do? They didn't fix any of the problems you see on YouTube. This is made where you won't get views now. And you know what? Good. I'm glad these YouTubers are struggling. I'm glad. I am so fucking glad this is happening. And I hope it gets worse. I hope it gets worse. I want it to be so bad that, you know, it'd be almost impossible to get views. And you know, I'll still see YouTubers try and say, it's not that bad. It's not that. You see like the Spittin' Brit, that one big YouTuber who did like Skyrim videos, try and say, oh, you're just complaining. You're not good enough at making videos. That's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. These motherfuckers don't give a shit about you. These big YouTubers also, if you're like a medium size, they don't give a shit about you. They will openly praise what YouTube is doing and say that the bad stuff will eventually go away and it's not that bad, even though it's been proven that it's far worse than it's ever been. And good. I'm glad for that, to be honest. And I'm not like them because, oh, they think, oh, it's not that bad. No, I think it's bad, but I think it's actually good. Because, you know what? It's funny to see people trying to cope and seethe and trying to say, oh, this is good. This is so good. You know, it's like eating like a log of shit. That's what they're doing. They're eating a log of shit and say, oh, it's so good. It's so delicious. It's so tasty. That's what the average YouTuber does. When a new system on YouTube gets opened up, these YouTubers, you know, Google spreads their ass cheeks and they shit in your mouth and they chew it like Hubba Bubba gum and say, this is so tasty. This is so tasty. I want more, daddy. I want more, daddy. That's what they're doing. And it's pathetic. It's beyond pathetic. But you know what? You YouTubers, you deserve it, and I'm glad for it, and I hope it gets worse. Fuck you.